All right, I'm gonna come clean about the fact that after I came out as trans a couple of years ago, 2 years ago almost, well, a year and a half ago, um, I tried in my head to make up a story that I'd always thought I was trans because I thought I don't know most trans women I've heard of knew they were trans from a very early age, but I just realized there's a group of people who are trans who have a story closer to my own, where most of their life they have this vague disconnect from their body, but they're not aware that it's gender dysphoria or being trans until a couple of years before they come out, and then they the lid blows off and they realize they're trans. Like most of their life, they repressed it to the point where they didn't even know they were trans for most of their life, and then it blows up. It blows up a year or two before they come out. That's more my story. I knew trans people in college, and I was often very close to the LGBT community, but it wasn't because I was consciously aware that I was trans. I was not aware that I was trans for most of my life. It was only a few years before I came out in 2020. We're talking like the late teens, where I was like really struggling with it. Like something blew a gasket somewhere in the 2010s where I thought I might be trans. And I struggled with it for 10 years. But most of my life, this disconnect was not conscious. I was not consciously trans. So I don't have a story where I was 5 years old and I knew I was a girl. It was more like in the 2010s sometime I started coming to the realization that I'm trans and that I'm a woman, but it was later in life. And most of my life I'd not really thought about it. I mean, I knew trans people. I was definitely on the outskirts of the gay community, but I didn't know that I was actually trans. So anyway, I just saw this gender psychologist talk about the fact that there are a group of trans women who do have my story. The reason why I would talk about being trans from a young age is simply because that's what most trans women talk about. But there is a small subset of trans women who repressed it and didn't realize that they were trans until just before they came out. Anyway, um, just an interesting revelation. And I wanted to set the record straight. All right. Peace out. Bye.